9 News.
So Ben Roethlisberger called that play to spike the ball, but Mike Tomlin was telling him to pass it. So he was looking around, didn't really have a great target, and that is presumably why what happened. But now Roethlisberger is saying, in retrospect, he should have just listened to himself and spiked the ball.
I'll take the blame for the interception at the end of the game because, my thought was clock it, and then we either kick a field goal to tie or we get our best fourth down play to try and win it. I've been doing this a long time. If it works, I look like a hero, and it doesn't, we lost the game, and I'll take that. I'll take that blame, and I'll take the, what the consequences have come from losing that game, and that's fine.
Well, there's two things here. Is it that he was listening to Mike Tomlin and now he's saying that he shouldn't have? Or is it game management and knowing whether they would have been able to win the game in overtime or not?
Listen, the mistake is the first play where they didn't get out of bounds. So then he's rushing to the line, and it's third down, and if he spikes it, they have to kick a field goal. Generally speaking, if you kick a field goal and go to overtime, I'd feel pretty good about it if I was Pittsburgh.
The home team.
Well, I'm the home team, and I also have the best running game. And at that point, overtime, both teams are worn down. And I could say, I got Le'Veon Bell. I'm going to lean on him. I'm at home. By the way, I think Pittsburgh's got a pretty good kicker, too. So I'd feel pretty good about my chances if I'm Pittsburgh in overtime.
Right. So then wouldn't it seem like that was what he was going to do and Roethlisberger was making the right choice, but it was Tomlin who was saying...
Yeah, there's just too many gaps here in this story. A lot of gaps.
I want to get down to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Understand the mystery. There's no word yet whether Aaron Rodgers will start on Saturday against the Vikings. Looking like probably not, though. The Packers have officially been eliminated. And Rodgers was sacked 3 times, took 7 hits in the last game. So here's Mike McCarthy on whether or not Rodgers will play, and so if he does, what he would need.
Aaron Rodgers is he's sore. I mean, rightfully so. Was hit too many times. Took 2 big hits. So we're working through that. So we'll see what tomorrow brings.
He's not playing.
There's no way he should play.
Yeah, he's not going to. That's a preemptive quote right there. He's not playing.
He's sore. Good. Be sore for the rest of the time.
Off season.
Yeah. And finally, Kobe last night retired both of his jerseys, number 8 and number 24. So he was obviously asked which one meant more to him and which one he gravitates to. And here is him explaining why he would choose 24 over 8.
I kind of go back and forth, but 8 has something that 24 will never, ever, 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 ever have, and that's the ability to grow hair. It's really, really tough for me. I think 24 was more challenging, and I tend to gravitate to things that are harder to do, and physically for me, it was really, really hard to get up night in and night out, man. It was really, really, it's a grind. Some of the toughest stretches of basketball ever, man. And so I guess if you forced me to pick one, I'd probably go with 24 because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to bash Kobe all day. I will say this, is that he was as much fun to watch as almost any player of my lifetime. There is value in being interesting.
He was interesting to watch.
He really was. He was a real artist. Michael Jordan had about 4 stock moves he went to for about half his points. Kobe's a little like Phil Mickelson, the golfer. You never knew what club he was going to grab. Mickelson was a better shot maker often than Tiger. Tiger, like Michael, was more of a machine, that he just did certain things at an empirical level. Kobe is as interesting and entertaining as any player I've ever watched. I don't think LeBron's always that fascinating.
No.
LeBron's kind of a freight train. He just overpowers people.
Right.
I don't think he's necessarily. I've said this before. Aaron Rodgers is more fun to watch than Brady.
And clearly Kobe is very interested in the dramatics of things, now even to writing and movie making and whatever. So he definitely had an aspect of that in his game also.
Yeah. Christine with the news.
Well, that's the news.